Me kemishe.
Waka wajo twingwe wabo mishe nakai ingbeji ni tetelate obayede manje kanje shia oluem niji o machine TV okay coming to you live from the heart of the city niji Asafu Wachejato Street Leebi Ŋulami niji o machine morning star okay we are here to inform and also entertain drama ife wo fe wono je chere wo fe finting okay ojeko good morning Ghana mo fe mo ni ba fata we ni fe mo ne no okay na me no wajo twingwe ni wabo mishe inyo yake dromo efe wo fe wono lebi ne wosan ba bolikutu wo pe o machine no asano onyo pe ojugba to Ŋulami ya kekeji oku e lebi ne mi pe ojugba dromo efe no na kanu dromo efe no ngene wo wasomo ta bonu wo ke ba ne gbeno keje juka gbe so ha ngene so ne wo ke wale papa na mo bi baba ne gbeno shidani wo ba sheje me wo ba chula sajin komeni ete no ni eji mansajin lo ma ke mansane ne sa ke ake mambiye wanye wale no ni niji ni biya kumeni yan o kaji wa fo wa shira wo ba wa tula ni biya kumano ke anye ka gbene wo ke he wale papa na mo biya niji health eba no gbeno to wana ke lele ngene national cake ni wonja ye niji umashi TV e okay mo fe mo ni share ko e wo mo e na e won chi won fo wa shira ba ko ba o wa cha woni fe mo no
have a very high nutritional demand in relation to their size, and vitamins play an important role in maintaining healthy growth. That is why we at Base Pharmacy Company Limited have introduced Base Vite Kid Drops, a multivitamin drop with 7 essential vitamins including vitamin A, D, B1, B2, B6, and vitamin C to aid your child's healthy growth. Base Vite Kid multivitamin drops have been specially formulated to help meet your child's nutritional requirements, helping them to get back to playtime faster. With Base Vite Kid drops from Base Pharmacy Company Limited. For further inquiries of bulk purchase, call Base Pharmacy Company Limited on 0302 672 317 or 0247 287 853.
This advert is FDA approved.
Grade A Academy is all you need. With our neat, spacious, and serene learning environment, we make sure your child is as good as gold. We also engage in lots of extracurricular activities such as excursion, career day celebrations, games, and so much more. Our canteen also serves the best and nutritional meals with your kids well attended to. And we are ready to enroll your ward from nursery, kindergarten, primary to JHS 1. Admission is currently ongoing. Locate Grade A Academy on the Atamills High Street behind Enterprise Insurance or call us on 0542 426 803. Grade A Academy. We say passion and excellence.
Hello, lovely viewers. You are all welcome on the program Fingerprints. This program has been designed to help you know how to create your own business, including livestock, farming, banking, selling, and what have you. I bring to you entrepreneurs who have made it, who have the skills and ability to help you know how to create your business. This is where you have the experience to create your own business. I'm your regular host, Neodai Afote Kofi. Catch me live on Mashi TV every Tuesday at 3 to 4 p.m. The program will be repeated to you on Saturdays 8 to 9 p.m. Bi gamanti asiye mi bi fe ami penye kemba asaga ni fe hunu
o ya he strut but na fe
ni bi ni gba me ana woke amane bo aba fama bi anyi ke amla lo bona afi na amla akọ ni eyi ebuwa ni anya ke sa ni ke chine ni fi oya eko me woke akutu nkwaro ma fi assembly members na asan gba te ofilo ante woke police fui alo oche me ni me ayabuwa ni onye no ke sana kan fi mo
yeah ora don inka police fui
ke wo kwani na agbako ya bi ne ke wo sa wo ke wa atu
je amepe popa ujin ke popa bibi anokolo ifia kwa na kan le won wo kan majanche bele huna sanigba
na gba yo titriji gogota ni
hey ni ekole ni jo mi echichiniye alo ni jo beje me ni saga ko na tunwe ni hey ni ekola ma tunye ni esa alo ndi ko ni afi egbe ko manu lehin ele me le fen o kapa ni gbe ni o asaga ni fi mu atu ni beja mo ojugba lenke e ba ni abona fi ni o fe be ke ha ne ke ni fi mo ni asaga ni fi mo ba no da gbe pa no ka se me ni hu le mi ye o ma shi tv no ngbe ni o dai afute kofi meji mo ni yo asaga ni fi mo ni o chan
Shikomeko mango shida me fe ni shikomeko enye ke wonye be o machine no ko ba jo to enwe wa bo mi she shikomeko engbe ni tetelate wanya uche mi ni bongo keji wo pe ye mami alo ife kenkle shida ya no jo nakai akele money bongo nke shiton gbele ke wala aro ke mi she nakai shishije lo ke na gbe lo bi enke da ibe na gbe leji money e draw ni lebi no ba bolikutu wa bolikutu pe o machine fi mo no keji pa ko bo won fata wo ye okay shida afi uno mo e oba ngo shida play ke ha meni da mo se shi keje dani wo ba anu no ni gonti ajo ni atupa na kan lebi ne won body manye e fe no yo ko e won chi asafo a check pe me kuku me fe ni ba fata wo ye ni fi mo ne no okay lebi ne wa de to ngo anya mi she na kan keji ukwe geda gbe e wo gbe ni e every day is our day. And you have to live every day as your last day because there is no tomorrow. Hello, there is no future. Me jomo nrio, I don't know bo jomo. No me jo oba no ka woni fi mo living I'm not here to motivate. Alo macho motivational speaker shin. One way the other of motivate or me jo ngle kono shin. Oba wo hin oba ngoshida pleke ameni ke hiwale dama wase no ke Leebi Ŋulami ni fe money jo machine star ban gbanji Helios Care Center na kaino heartbeat homeopathic clinic me ho am fata eko Great Aim Academy am get passion and excellence bana me segbe niji John Evans Atamio Side Street no enterprise choice to na kai echencho abagbelebe no ma ke kejibu hu ofe ka ro wa na children ke magara Abigail no ato shishiji papa ha obile Kenya yin ke chofane oda se ko mepe yin yo ye ni ji base weight kids drop le ke chofane ke di ehye manken ni nya o ke chata abagbasani abako plans abako boni ba fe ko ni ke jije cherry abaje shika fo shin opono no ni gbege da na ke ehye manke pe eji be ni efu nke chofane no ji chaba base weight kids drop ko ne ko nu omijo obile emusu nkole ne nyewe didn't trongbe na njo ncho ni gbale njo eje nyinyon allo make ona no ni pote gba ina nke chi obe nke ni di base pharmacy company limited no ata o base weight kids drop ne e vitamin se come 7 ni gbeke keji enu chofane ewo ehe no eye hewale ete school ehun to mo Great Aim Academy be jomo mi egbele ni iba kase ni ojugba iba da ni ba fi fon ba cho nupa ni lehun iba somo ma to mo boni wote me kuma won somo ke ya yin e wole ake da Leebi teacher Elijah ni if you believe prayer ministry am draw wo ke ngale emlin sani no ewo ngene won ko ngale kenje ni Jeremiah na kai ojugba Jeremiah 33:3 Jeremiah chapter 33 verse 3 and this segment is proudly brought to you by Niji If You Believe Prayer Ministry nakai e wakaji woba kane neke ni kane mone in ya ke dane Bible em insanji alo Bible em insani keji obi dromo nuncho dromo ke dromo ke nile ke egbelojo mo mi ko ni ke okane onu sisi oba kane ni onu sisi kokoko e woda ne wofo wofo mincho wofo kecho nuncho ko ne yawo ne ke dromo ni kene e mo ne won ko woni kan mo kan Jeremiah 33 chapter 3 it can call to me and I will answer you and I will show you a great and unsearchable thing you do not know. My college kumekun. It can call to me and I will answer you. Chemi nuncho mi obolo fo chemi ni mabobotue nakai. And I will show you great and unsearchable things you do not know. Nibi ne baje chombo na pe nibi temomli nibi ni nuncho ona oda na wi ake. Many no more ya no nuncho ke ko ha mo fe aba mi ngo ko ni mi man no mahabo ni bo na hejol oke kokoko oke mensanji wo twi mi ni bi kuma ona no ni hani no ya ke hwere ma bo wala mi no mo yo twi mi heni nuncho ba ta ni jo twi mi ye jebe mo mi fu e mo yo te abi te nuncho ba yin mi alo nuncho ko ba yin shi fe se ake aya aye fe akaseni olololo no wo be fe be wo ba cha ki wosu ke wo ban ye wo ni bi krukuma fe mom e ja ke character is key in everything you do. If you believe prayer ministry led by teacher Elijah, Nakawanya Kamana Shamo Eniji 0246801289 and I'm 0246801299. Hello, Banya WhatsApp teacher Elijah. Low prayer ministry affair Yeniji 0555 094908 0555 094908 eye emu bia na eni wo shabachi wo benke wo Leebi Ŋulami mi chon information ke ni bi kroko me no yen Leebi no okwa asomo ni ye o machine no wachi wo benke portal say ni di city news okwe sajia ko me ni ete no ke no ni eba ke no ni sake wo ni wo hwehwa no wa hwehwa no no ba hwe okwa flotom wole hu bi kroko ni apio ake we mokwe na for we mo didida ya chen didi preko didida ya chen didi preko no be pikeji oye nke dromo e kamo femo no yi shibono wa fele na kanji boni ba yile emu ihabo no ka didida ya chen didi preko e pesa ke da ole oni bi femo ona ji infamo o da we mo micho ni bi baba o fata eku no le o de informo na no nyoko nupa yi oni Yo, but one chicken here. Why not come here and share on my Facebook? TV, you like no share, o comment. In your Joyce, Dodu, live them body man. You know, doctor, I'm on Proby Hospital. What people pay la one fata way, keje Paris, nyam, dear, live them in body man. I don't know if any fatai. Naka wabaya here. Kaji was a city newsroom, headline saying Ekoji. Government to table revised GIPC bill 24-hour economic authority framework in parliament. Nakai. Ewo akeni government a table revised GIPC bill ni 24-hour economic authority framework in parliament. Bene yemi wo kenyanye machula 8 pillars kumano. Nu wache John Dramani Mahama ikeshwe jiran kenko niji 24-hour economic policy. Citizens must hold local leaders accountable. Niji UN audit advisor. Ridge Hospital assault probe was through, not biased. Niji health ministry can communicate neighbor. Ni nekesa ne kajan bini nekesa ne we no niji rap ke wonyami o nurse na Ridge Hospital. Won here sanese investigations ni epoteneke sanene mi report eba akama health ministry no hu obabo tue ojugba wajo to me o machine no just minchula sanjia here makagbo na keji obote mi ona ka wanyo mi vi keke wa pleki ojugba Kenya here flood sanitation and key issues as Linda Oklo meets press today. Hey, anyone na nya Linda Oklo greater cardinal minister nya obi body manye kenu chuma pa no chu na kan mi na koko we mo fe o we mo be bie keje kole we mo ya mi cha ke we mo ba ne ken e so e ko no na ge yen pani bi ano fio shin wo na oji men ni wo ba kai ni eja ke man bi papa ye ameno aketwa ama imashi e wakaji nene wanya olinda oklo e ba meet the press ni about key issues concerning what flood sanitation ke other issues not ekomeko ye mi ne won na wa ka seje matwa no dibo wonle o kami yo dasi ake dari ake sake mami ape kaji mami pe we mi se we security wo ni bi kroko me fe ibayale ojugba kenya here rich assault to bo ni nchon yen wi e oba bo tuwe na ke no mention ji no ni a headline watch asiedu enketia the general le hu ewewe moko keko ni ji galamse ni ji legal mining ni won wi ake ikena gbamba ani afofo bi ikume wona health complications allo health implications ke krokume even woni ani lo make woni ani ke woni ni ya minaka ekota mokoko ke krokume ikena gbamba no hewo wache esiso ake allo make boni men pinwe ake ke nya declare state of emergency ke krokume la hu ani wonu shi ake state of emergency ke ja declare because of illegal mining ni galamse ikena gbaba shimon ameye a stronger plan ni NDC kemba no oba wa boto just been chula sajie no kon won na boni wo line up e yo nwe ko okamiye be ojugba no chi obenkem ye Facebook kaji oshio commentary say allo comment say eke etel ojugba Kenya ye NPP flag bearer race Brian Champion files nomination vows unity and action ni ji ngene be me ni many ndamoshikan NDC kwe na amaya na mafia me file ke krokume wache Dr. Mahmoud Baumiyemi wache Brian Champion yemi wache Ejepon yemi ke me krokume ni fatai ekume baya 8 ekume baya 11 no wo babo temi wokwe boni ejikamo yo ehan nakai Mahama promises jobs for residents who recovered crash victims bia hu enwon na wa ade enche woke ba fokpa no oba na boni sane ejikamo yo eja ke wache John Dramani Mahama lo make security hani wonu nhia ke plane crash ni ba ni ji wache men ne ke 8 gallant ne ke sen ne ke jin kaipe kare ho nto e mo mi shin fese woke isake wonye wo momo wo hi ake man koni woko wo hi egbe wo ya they were on the line of duty shiwanu sane apa ni abala ke shi amlalo ha otumotum omokola ke tamo 1 week alo ji otumo 2 weeks no na neke environment ne concerning plane helicopter crash ne whether being wristwatch mekumena wristwatch mekumena pen mekumena nibi krokum no na ni eji practical concerning incident ne sa ko onyo ke ba beeshe akeshika fono ke ha me krokum ni ba na anya awoda me na me yawa me ni mi chon ka ma na ekun ameke ba because take ni bi no onyo ke fonbe ni nkwe security experts nu kumensusu akeke ba nkwe sa ni nkwe ani a declare emergency state here neke area na mshi abale na kan beeshe ni award na ke ha mani ta flacha mani ni na ni bi kume ye neke incident na mi award kume shimoe ple no ni dafefe eba ni atu neke ni neke ha ni ji brofre yedu many you adansi brofre yedu ne waka iwe mo mba afoshi yasmi to matchla ni bia no keke wona boni obayale ke anyi wo ba gbele pa yin ya ge nwe bi e kuma nwe ba yin mu ake ba being donate food items to na ahead of Dambai festival akwetia by election NDC should have maintained 2024 candidates ni di baba Jamal lehunke ineba nakai ni chuma ngo obanye ni oshinwo o message se Facebook wana wako Mash TV keji like no share eke pu comment Leebi na dromo if you ofen wono shome kun shinani yo minji no mulukumba anniversary kumba ni eji 70th anniversary ni neke anniversary ne wabia ke asomene ba ni a celebrate neke anniversary ne no ni yo minji Ghana International School ni wofen wole ni acho ake GIS nakai be ke anye ochi konkro ni aba celebrate am 70th anniversary ni am here key activities ya neke line up ne no o Mash TV wana egbe wote woke ni ji hian lo mistress e ekume ya na sanigba no wo ba botem ni wokwe bo ni we mo shika mo ya kan ye Wakwa ko ne ba she general no lo ni ji Sammy Haywood okan ko ni enye egbla ni bi ko kumemi achan we jake leji money te ne ke ni fe money wakaji wa baje wo ni fe mo she producer shikome ko ka ha call fe ojiko kemba Leebi Ŋulami ni fe mo no machima benke Facebook keji ingbele message se kan e ka gbene watch lele wo e ka wo ko lo ni mene o wa momo kemi aye bi na ke boni mi pe na no bo o pe Leebi ne because keji owo e no pe kenkle ni eji no ni ji na gba han oji o join ekole e lasani abaya school chop money feeding fee hospital bills rent light bill water bill onyeme nkumenkuma nomo otudo ngbele nutumo taflache o he ni bi crop bibi commercial ni bibi kuma o kamo mo e dani nyongbo o ba he o shika o jembo ni ba fe no ba wo neke nyomo ne ile aka Leebi ne pressure adamo shi fe senke hani nu ncho denche ano onomo ehabo e wakaji wo she Facebook ani Lara Basel aras ichi die oko kenje ni ji Amsterdam ni amli okay good morning o machine na kano Benjamin like ke watching you live from Jamestown le ike o machine ye bi na kan hin wo she obachi lele awu nu emi koni oya awo ye la na jake eche no baby efibi Kenya flooding ke sanitation agbene saji krokomen na gba ni wo yo e ma na emi wonya olinda oklo ke press ba pe mene ni awe ke ko bon ba fe ni o ba ko e keji ni mo wulu ko ne bon ba fe ne ke na baba wo popa no ke ekrokomen no yo e ke meet the press ni press na ba meet ne ejinoko ni very very interesting ni when Thursday 28 August at 10 a.m. pe eba address most pressing issues ni ya no manem agbenele wen echon ne ke gbene no ni eke engage ni ji various metropolitan municipal and district chief executives na kan MMDC say all regions eba chon ne ke gbene no ni ikame ana chakpa ni agenda ni ji ewulu aloma ke the top agenda for neke press briefing na ji aba ko gbene ni ba chon ni aba sade bi comment especially keji nu gbone boni wa gate se choko ke krokome agbanele nkenya yin boni ma mi e wo munji ta flat e bola son jole wo gbedegbai bola son jole wo gbedegbai ke wo market ke he krokome abako boni ba fe ko ni mini akoni neke na gba na fe esije agbene no ple ko ni o minji de die nche e ba wo hia ke echenchon e ba ni ma mi apeta mo ma mi fe ape ni ji street light e mobo age ko se man probi energy post office BN no Sempe Junction name no traffic light meyin ashi for the past 8 years get to 8 years ne o ba bi ake keji nakan eyin eshi ma ne ma no jino ni bani ma aya no ko wo se shon but any maintenance culture gba wona iwo ashile nakan no ne meyin ashi traffic light ne sa ke regulate koni wo ke keep the occurrence of accidents ke krokume le mo meyin shi ju e wa ngbe na ba bo onya olinda oklo to e mo ne baba ba ko e ko ni security agency say won ko ni wa street light say enye mamono awo ko ni neke 24-hour economy policy ne enye ebano ojugba se no ni yomrinji sanitation committee le hu ameduewe moko akeke ba hie enko neke 1 city levy na ke fon fuel prices ano aloma ke fuel sa no stance alo pump sa ye ke ba hie akwa boni ba fe na institute 50 pesos ke je neke revenue ne aba no akwa wo stance mi no na anya ni aketa ke sanitation e wo ba bia ke sanitation what is it all about keji wo chene sanitation committee amama nche ake ke e ba hie aje 50 pesos ye revenue no ko na anya ke kwe neke bola ke muji ke neke ni bi ne Barcelona ke fale femo it is key hygiene alo mo ke bone e ala ke cleanliness is next to godliness ona ni shi first oba wa bo wo che tuwe no ni e won pote ni amenche ni sanitation committee amenche akeke ba hie I still neke 50 pesos ne na anya ke tackle sanitation ye manem o ma shi engbe na ko wa jo tuwe ye no fe no mi cho no fe no ni chula no oba no le no ni ya no producer wobo wo che tu oba keji oba ye shiba mle okonye ba cha woni fe mo no.
Now that the 1 Ghana cedi levy is in force, government through the finance minister in the next budget, that is 2026 budget, we should consider returning or even increasing. My brothers, I'm a young person. I'm from a very humble background. The unemployment issues in this country can be resolved if we tackle it, if we are strategic. A few days ago, I had a meeting with Basentanle, the YEA coordinator. He's doing extremely well. He's a young person doing very well, trying to absorb most of our young people. A lot of young people are coming out of SHS and the secondary schools and the polytechnics. When this levy, I want to propose that this levy should be brought back to focus on sanitation issues and unemployment issues. Ghanaians have no problem paying taxes. There's no Ghanaian in this country has a problem paying taxes. It is about the management. If the tax will be utilized or used for its intended purpose, Ghanaians have no problem. Look at when the 1 Ghana cedi levy issue was raised in Parliament. The opposition, our brothers in the opposition, MPP, they kicked against it. But overwhelming majority supported it. You are a media guy, you all know. Ghanaians supported it. But today, the government, because the government is committed to resetting this country, government is utilizing the money. That is why we now have 24/7 power on daily basis. The power outages problem has almost been resolved. You understand? And we'll surely get there. So it tells you that Ghanaians have no problem paying taxes. It is because over the years, successive government have failed to utilize the taxes Ghanaians pay in resolving problems that were near to benefit of Ghanaians. So I want to recommend or propose that we increase, at least it was 0.20 pesos. We can make 0.50 pesos and distribute this money, give a percentage to National Youth Employment Agency to support them, recruit more people, give another percentage to National Youth Authority, because the government has brought a policy. We've introduced National Apprenticeship Program. This National Apprenticeship Program is an important policy, and it is helping a lot. It is going to more or less absorb most of our young illiterates, especially the female ones who are into dressmaking, hairdressing, and what have you. Most of them will also benefit, and it will help them.
Okay, but what watch it to Ujubang? Igla ni biam. Ni lewe susu ake nige 50 pesos na keji ake ba ibawa. Yake bikuni we na kano wa cedi aba ile bi ke kuku mehimu. Agbero na achon ni a susu na yosi a hia yake ibawa hiwo. And aligbero na achon ni ake institution ke I levy ne. No oke ba 50 pesos akwe boni ba fe kuni enye eba pano kuni eba bawa na kesa ma when it comes to sanitation ke kuku. Ewe de kokeko YEA apprenticeship program ne. Ni eji na area it is a very key. Very very important. Enele mak damo enyami ye kehin mi damo amenajian. Ni mi appeal neke mi for neke wi mo ne. Ni wi mo ne mi for ami no enyami me ye kehin ne no. National Apprenticeship Program eneba mi pa fa Shikome ko National Apprenticeship Program eneba enyami me youth mi pa fa keji obe no kotumo amoto ne mi pa fai ko yawo ekomi ko he awo ekomi afa masonry carpentry afa engineering amenfe IT apeni afa inche afa nails afa facials ni bi baba o carpentry no fe no ye ne National Apprenticeship Program name e wa shikome ko mi pa fai ni no ko afa muku waka wa yawo mi 2 years from now, but then 2 years from now, akoko ya wo neke apprenticeship program name. 2 years from now, to ba no yo ate. Bo wo chumo nyo no yo ni na no chumo. Alo no to akase, okwa ba wa ma na twa ma e ma shujugba. Me pa fa nya ka hani. Alo wa ka hani neke apprenticeship program name. If they useless, alo if they follow. ofane keje sloka gbe langba inye mi me gadang bebi mi panye fa mi foni ne mi joke bi mo ne ile no ni rio inye mi me gadang bebi je wo pe ji Ghana man bi si heni wi mo so ke heni ni ne so je ni mako nke mi pa fai national apprenticeship program na ke ba waka wo ya wo mi ne fe se na mo ya wo e ja ke wo se ko e wo sumo nu wo ba so amla lo kwa ke e ke no ko ba lo e ba wi mo ko e fe 2 years from now e ba ba no chudi enche ko rent 5 years e che no bo na go rent ishe na kan ke ji o so ya fo le ka o to ka se ni e alo to o somo ho 2 years ake be wa mo e ba ba no we were yearning for elections some time ago but here we are elections e bete it's a sanjin ke ni bi krokume no na adamba ke no mansione e wa mi pa fai the national apprenticeship program ko le gbe no wa chopo ti o bengemi because already en ke me ete omo ama megbe HFS badge omo hen what wa ma ogbe e acheme ye jomo e wa mi pa fai ni wo ka wa ya wo mi sumo ma fite be en ke sanine na kan kenya ya ke wa we sanitation sanie masuma ke wo ke wale papa na mo sanimu acha no ni se ne no ni by Ridge Hospital le be me no kwala ni e afeta mo amale ke kutumpo ke wiemo chinemo ke krokomedino ni akawuneke amani name shimo akeni health minister akando ele nuchumo na echuo na ifamo na jujugba iwo I investigate na get issue na ni teno between RAF ke agbene officials aloma ke staff workers ni yo na ke Ridge hospital name findings eba I present ke our health minister mene wo babo no fe no tuwe no fa no ni yo na ke investigation report ne ba ne wo babo tuwe e ja ke be pie ke sani e ba e wo te me kumeni yo se bo won ole na kan wo yu ole si be pie za ke wo no wo e won tui ko na mi blam ke emi ni bi krok ma ba wo producer wo kwa boni report ni akeba na kwa ngone on the table of health minister emi agugui ni wo botui kaji wo se wo taye ko ni won we concerning the health sanene ni by Ridge Hospital e ke wo le bonu wo wa yu ile ni ka fi tamo alanta achomo sani e ke krokume producer of an wabo boni report there shikamo yo yeah
who is a rotation nurse reported her injury to the hospital the day after the incident, that's on the 18th, and was further treated. There was no evidence of fracture on her left wrist or dislocation of her right shoulder joint as documented by the medical records. She was, however, had been treated at the time we visited. Had been given some pain relief. He has been recommended for a bed rest and also has received psychological support care. The third objective, the state of security at the hospital at the time of the incident. Honorable Minister, the committee finds out that the security at the emergency department was grossly inadequate at the time of the incident. The hospital security arrangement of one private security personnel per 12-hourly shift at the emergency is inadequate, considering the volume of human traffic at the Greater Accra Regional Hospital emergency. A police post that is found at the premise of the hospital but situated far away from the emergency is also of concern. And the system is that anytime they have such altercation, the hospital has to rely on Adabraka Police Command to call for help. And that's exactly what happened in this instance. The last but not the least objective was that the committee also found that the number of staff on duty per shift in the hospital was woefully inadequate. The number of medical officers in the month of August is 1 doctor per shift. That's 3 medical officers per day who are permanently working in emergency, supported by 1 specialist per day. Any other doctors who come there as a team to attend to cases and go away. A total of 7 medical officers, 2 specialists were available on duty for a month of August as emergency room permanent staff. We also found out that, for example, out of 88 nursing staff who routinely work at the emergency department every month, only 54 are currently on duty at posts, with about 34 of them already vacated posts for various reasons. This has brought extreme shortage in the number of nursing staff who also support the emergency medical doctors. Honorable Minister, apart from the four main things, there were other findings that we want to bring to your attention. The committee also visited the nurse in question, the rotation nurse, Ms. Chocho Rejoice, who was alleged to have been physically attacked and was receiving care at the hospital. When the committee visited, indeed, we saw the patient in bed. The document available to us from the medical record, as I already said, had no indication of fracture or dislocation of the said staff. And he has received some psychological support as well. The committee was able to chance on the specialist who also attended to her at the ward at the time we visited. And at that time, the staff had been discharged to go home and come for review. We also found that the emergency department of the hospital, Honorable Minister, is an extremely busy place with a lot of human traffic and clients seeking care at the same time. And almost 100% occupancy at all times. It means that every time the beds are almost all full at reach. It also received most of the trauma and acute referrals across the whole region, especially in the nearby areas where they don't have any medical facility, for example, La. And most of this traffic all flow to reach as a primary source of care during emergency. The last observation was that Mr. Opon, who was alleged to have been knocked down and who was brought into the emergency and that called for the rest of others coming in, has also been seen, treated and discharged at the hospital. At the time we visited, he was fully conscious. He communicated fluently to us and had no obvious challenge when we went there. However, they have diagnosed him as having a base of skull fracture and yet to come for review on OPD basis to be seen. Honorable Minister, when we met as a committee, we received in-person witnesses. One of the persons we invited is Mr. Ralph St. Williams to come and testify to the committee. He agreed to come, but on the day of our appointment, he called with the lawyer that he would love to make a statement for the committee to use instead of being there personally for his own personal reason. So the committee agreed to receive a statement and evidence from him and his lawyer. Honorable Minister, I must say that I have just a brief summary of what he presented. The exhibits are all attached as a full document for your review and understanding. From his statement copy that is attached to our report, the witness stressed that his distress and frustration was escalated by a nurse who made provocative remarks in the context of emergency, and this triggered his response.
Ojugba no keji BPA Afri accountability series. Lomakake esake wonyo akunta. But what one say na mo ekumene. In an investigation report investigation report no need to reach hospital. Ni boda nchekaje obo wache to kumono na ewio. Kumono na ewio. Nurses you people are fighting for your rights. Yes, you have that mandate to protect your rights. Share sonye feno ni saka nyechu. Wabo wache to 88 staffs ni saka amebanu chumo ka temi 54. Various ones say amehia with different reasons. Reasons na ha podi nje. Ona. Budenje bo wa no kecha no. Because ngabunye be Leebi Ŋulami no. Wako asuke ban ni wanyemi mene ni your hospitals ne amejio echon. Alo amejie echon. Alo amejie echon through these findings ni what e present kia what minta akando. Wanyemi ochocho Leebi Ŋulami body mani kaji lelen ake ona fracture tamoboni report e indicate na temi na pani bi ami na ake bone shika moyo ha wo mo mi na kan no shimo saka woni wo chake wo suke wo ban as nurse foi wonyenye wosumo onye wade enche eja kenya tade e podi enche ni nyewo e keje wo po no wan me gbanye no podi enche wosusumo eto eja ke wolake wo bo ba na wale papa na mo aso na kan ni wo na lelo Obabo health minister Christian nsimo ma botemi yo nsimo ma nyomi mvin kula shin ehiake o machine won ale no ni ya no boni sani etele no ni botem le won anu anaboni eshikamo yo she no ni gbanaji they feel ten keji esake staffs e come 88 aba naba kwe impatient ke outpatient ni ba ke krokume at the end of the day man kept nyo boy 54 di me ni ba no tumo. Hey, are we safe as a country? Are we safe as a country? E woni mi wi ake what health minister eke security baba various public hospitals and never boosty and me chomboy ni akabasa neke nagbaya na it is a good call. But me nagbaji te a monitor necessary te mini monitoring process. Ni men out of 88 50 something baba ni for be with no reason. Amenya me have tangible reason. She can your boy and buy am pay. And baba here am allowance. And baba here me ameni bi fe na me susu akehie sake amra loke ame buy keje na kan ame ba protest alo am ba strike. Kwesu bo na je olepo. Akene to aman imagine. Ko we pe ake o pe aye o wa pe da keji won pa aye ni won pe le ache ni won pe ni wo ke fe ni apa o wa pe da onu mi sisi ti je lo ji san e isake wo fe no nija wo bo health minister ti wo ba keji wo ba o wa kwesa di krokumeni yo
committee Dr. Lawrence Ofori Bodu for the wonderful work you've done so far, especially with this very short notice. You were given 1 week within which to submit your report, and you've done justice to that. We have done this because we assure the good people of this country that when the committee completes its work, we'll make the findings of the committee available to the public. At this point, we have done that, and I can assure the public that we'll see to the full implementation of the recommendations. And I can hear far-reaching recommendations even going beyond Rich Hospital. The next phase of the implementation of the recommendations, for me, is the most important stage. And so I can assure you that not only are we going to see to it that Rich takes back its glory, but we'll make sure that whatever work you have done will also have positive impact on the rest of the health facilities we have in this country. Most of the recommendations you have mentioned, as I've heard, I am now going to take my time. We'll have a committee in place, and then we'll digest it one after the other and see to the full implementation. But at a glance and on hearing you, most of them we have already started working on it, and people who have monitored the media space will attest to the fact that I've on several occasions mentioned PPP, retooling of our health facilities and all that. So it fits well into government priority areas, and that we'll continue to do whatever it takes to improve upon the health sector of this country. And I'm very sure that we may not be able to make it perfect, but we'll improve upon it. And we are not going to put this report or recommendations on the shelves. Immediately, we are going to start implementing them. I thank you for the opportunity. Yeah.
Thank you very much. I'm not sure you have any questions.
Nagai, incha kando. Unbelievable wadienche minister ke health. Boy, ofe otashi ochunoni, ofonaji ke ya field. We are call on ya. For proper monitoring, checks and balances, no jinoni water war as a minister, allo as a michonye yellow, no feno damna, whether being CEO, whether being manager, whether being whatever. Sake can be ne onyo chuni. She mononi omiji watch a wominshe. More no feno ni anna, na jele poe, abafana ni achuni kunwana lele or chaman papa a foshi. Kaya here watch a John Dramani Mahama there. Uchine mi fe alo kele oni so chile mi fe ke boto uchine mi gbe fan so ni no ni ifan ni energy ne famo energy yen ke simo kwa boni ba fe ni keji bale Ghana gbe fan gbe keji bale wo Chicago gbe fan gbe wo okwa no chumo mling gbe fan gbe wo ni bi baba o gbe fan gbe when it comes to trade investment technology ke kru kuma fe enye ya lojugba ni michon eje emu ni etake ni efema ni samen krokuma no one baby from Nigeria na ngene ye Burkina Faso ete Singapore ete Yokohama ete ningme shimono ni ya omlinji akene aje enye to Singapore ikere mo ko fonshini eji nokpa ke Ghana ake wonkwe ake Kenya hie ni bi achake ahawo no ono ni ya omlinji woke Ghana shamo keji ibale jara yelie ete nwenwa ade nche ni ya gbe lo make shika abo lo make share almost about $250 million. Nakai ni Ghana Singapore trade Ghana Singapore trade. Oye nyone keji bale wo Israeli ojugba pote dienche eno e wo gojo kete ni $215 million in 2024. No asusu ake asobone bale Kenya hie obana nibi papa ni michon iba yemu ni iba sheriff boni wonalene wo bo che to ba keju ba olulu o ma se oko njo to mu abo mi je lebne ni fimo.
Africa and Singapore must be champions of open markets, trusted rules, trade rules, and practical partnerships that deliver jobs, technology transfer, and shared prosperity for our people. Africa and Asia are the two youngest, fastest urbanizing regions of the world. And the numbers tell a clear story. Africa-Singapore trade rose by 50% between 2020 and 2024 to nearly $14 billion, with West Africa accounting for more than half of that. Ghana-Singapore trade has also grown, reaching over $215 million in 2024 alone. I speak today as an African leader and as president of Ghana, and our message is simple. Africa is investable, and Ghana is your reliable gateway to that continent. When I say it's a gateway, it really is. You know, Ghana, if you look at the map of Africa, Ghana is like a little dog, you know, on that map.
Nakai ojugba wachi John Dramani Mahama. Inka boy wono etoi, inka boy wono itole. Je party kalesi wetole. Ghana as a whole. Wa here ya ehile wa he joleni esake wonye wona ekotomokane papa ose waza wonye wona mi wona wa amenities bibi komene it's a big ona privilege ni ke how citizen we ne esake woni ni anya hye no ni oba ho aka ba gbo na go mi no to ojo she first woke no join jamo mi emo mi as a country. No one wo fa gbani wo fa wo she wo destination wo seko ewemo awa jempe na wi akekeji abale ni fintech mi Africa leads in fintech but still struggling with access to capital nakan neke wemo ne eji wemo koni na agbawa no wo bo to bone shikamo ye ha.
We are 1.4 billion people, young, fast urbanizing, digitally connected, rapidly growing middle class, and Africa's cities will host more than 700 million consumers by 2030. The African Continental Free Trade Area is the largest new free trade area in the world by number of countries, and this creates a $3.4 trillion market and lowered barriers across supply chains on the continent. Africa holds vast renewable energy potential and is already a global leader in mobile money and fintech adoption. This is a market ready for skilled solutions. Yet this opportunity must be matched with capital at the right price and with the right instruments. As the African Union champion on financial institutions, I must be candid. The current global financial architecture remains inequitable for low and middle income countries. Africa faces an annual financing gap estimated at $1.3 trillion. Infrastructure needs alone run between 181 and 221 billion.
Nakai, no kaji obowe mo mle onake Africa as a whole denche one boy or modern wa denche shi however but le un baje meji no yi shi wo ye lo eji meni ta flache amen bowo man bi ablo when you know ekome because what you say come ni one na ekome je Ghana pe magian krokoma no ni Africa ase beshe ni sake woni what Africa mashi back one rally around Africa there we ourselves go unite one na ke free mission one communicate ojogba one unite ojogba kenke one unite ojogba one communicate ojogba one jarayeli yemi one trade yemi ona mommy yemi eko le ngene obe gas muko banye ha bo mini oil no ke power o plants bo ngene obe ngan muko banye ha bo mini diesel ni bo nakaji bo ye saka won yi as Africa what to man a machine but I don't know maybe eko le kwa Nkrumah steps ke Krokoma what a doctor osaji fo kuntunkunu kankan nyami Dr. Kwame Nkrumah numwa denche ke wonche na kan be amlife ekola na asusu age taflache jomo na me yen ekola taflache nye yemu nkwe ngene nuwo wo sita mo mi ngene ekola nye yemu shikaji wo ba follow idea se ekome kaje se ke mba yin oba na ge wo hyen yin san ababa ma dam denche age dame dafe mambi no ehenya ababa ma akoso modam akeda me dafe mambi no ehenya enwena bi akeda me showopo ne shobe kopo de nche ne we akenu be nubo ne wo acho osofo na modam na asoli ninu ane. These are the kind of Africa these are the kind of leaders ni wo yo Africa iche man ko me micho Africa so na ke men ko me dia tribe na men ya no woko Burkina Faso obi ane woko eni bi fe mo ona ni si fe se ayaye fe ekpa fan ekuku blo na egbeke ya fan na hwe oba make sure ke oba fimi pumping na emiawa yo Africa the next continent na we no bi ane ni wo bana ni bi papa bi ane we are going to be free from our niji our lebeni machelema. See, Africa is going to be free once again because the next continent ne beba rise konji Africa. Bi ane wo boba ye wo hia sani. No feno ni sake wonye wotu ni wonana no water war when it comes to where raw materials omo ekole production jino ni ba gba wona. Onu mishishi. Ni kaji production ba gba wona o ba kwa gbona no wa chon. Ni neke ni bi na fe e ba ye emu. Inage asamachima benke Facebook. You want to have any nature. Kaji in your way be feel emotional because kaji so ye isan ni be you ake ka gba to epe ekola je ni me she ekola ni yan ji no ni ba famo o ba she Facebook wa read messages e come ka gbene what ba woni fe mo no ekon incho yen wi ake Ghana ni GGIS amemaba ya me 70th anniversary o Mashi TV watch wo benke wo ke fe ba bakpan ke she Facebook in God we trust. Hey, Honorable JC, mini ano, anwe okay, akpalo. No go yeji. She first say ashona akwe jalam. Naka. In God we trust. Get good morning, Nat. Nathaniel, ayita tete unke. Ojeko ni bongo, you are doing a great job. Keep it up, bro. Please say it as it is. I like the way you are saying things. Not Osama from Kamara. David Clotike, please, what is the work of the CEO of the hospital? Please, I don't trust the community and the minister. Reports need to can call don't need to radio hospital report minister. In God we trust. Jesse, one boy no Anila Rabasake, what has the minister done, but which means each David Clotte, we know here, no Jinoni Anila Ebehan to a walk and Amsterdam near like what has the minister done? The CEO has combined with the secretary. My problem is the Ghana lady being used. She may have been bribed. We Ghana has to be smart. No phone fair Ganyo. Afine waganye ya mashi ogbo. Ya mashi ogbo si won ko won po obu age gadan gbe fun mo bi be wo mi ni wo isa o. In God is just telling you are right. Lelen, why I want here ke wo ni fimo living ololo one channel Kenya. But in China what check komeni wakalayo sham di Sammy Haywood echi ben Kennedy GIS school level. I'm a 70th anniversary. Ni activities ni ono it is a whole lineup of nibi babao no hewo akani wo chi wo ben Kenya wo die nche wo obabo boni ni femo na eshikamo yo lo make ibayale ha o producer wabo wonya wo atui.
We've been very fortunate to have some distinguished visitors come to our school. The CAF president visited Ghana, and he was impressed by a fundraiser that two of our students, Echo and Kwabna Inti, who have now left the school. What they were doing was raising funds and asking their friends who had more than one football pair of boots to donate the extra pair and to share it with families that did not have them. And we, through that fundraiser, were able to sponsor several children who play football without the protective footwear, and were able to sponsor that through these two boys who were students over here. So these two boys were invited to Egypt, fully paid by CAF, and they went to go and visit Egypt, and to be able to continue their philanthropic activities by being exposed to what their gift had brought about in terms of impact. In 2008, King Charles, at the time he was still Prince Charles, King Charles and Camilla visited Ghana, and they used our school for the first time in, I think it was over 120 years, to announce the Queen's Commonwealth essay. For the first time outside of the UK, it was done here at GIS. We've also been pleased to welcome Wole Soyinka, the Nobel laureate, and Dr. Alma Obama, the sister of Barack Obama, who is an African activist and a strong educator, to be here with us. So as we look forward to the 70th anniversary, we want to highlight the fact that we've come from the colonial era. There are not many things that exist in Ghana that are from the colonial era. And by that we mean institutions and businesses and structures that were there prior to 1957. GIS stands as an educational institution that is pre-colonial, right? And we are now in that era, pre-colonial, pre-independence, right? So coming from colonial, right, to this moment in the current era is 70 years of breaking barriers, 70 years of coming into our own, having an identity that says that we can do this as Ghanaians. Academic excellence, where our students receive university acceptance into world-class institutions, both here in Ghana and outside of Ghana. African leadership, in the sense that we are the first internationally accredited school setting continental standards and also international standards. We have an exam that we take in year 6, and it is called the checkpoint. And time again, every year, we are consistently well above the world average when it comes to our marks. Global impact, we're preparing African leaders for worldwide success. We have so many famous alumni. Some of them are very, very quiet, so you'll never know that they attended GIS. But we have alumni all over the world making impact. And we are looking towards the future. Because with 7 decades of tradition, there's no doubt that there are infinite possibilities ahead. So here's looking at 70 years of excellence and hoping that the rest of the country will join us in celebrating not just GIS, but celebrating educational excellence that happens to a Ghanaian. So thank you very much for your attention. And Justice Francois was board chair twice because the government sent him away to the Gambia to go and help set up their Supreme Court over there. Professor Fishin then took over. And you all know Mr. Kwame Pielim. Yeah. And Kwame Pielim was, yes, our good friend Uncle Kwame. He was board chair from 2004 to 2016. Right now we have Mr. Kofi Kwakwa as the board chair. So these ones are the chairpersons, and then these are the heads of school and principals. This is Ellen Strong. She went on to found Rich Church, the Rich Church School, right? But she was
Naka mbe mi na get series of activities ji no ni ibaya no ye. Niji anniversary ne ni abayi international school. Naka me 70th anniversary abayi activities baba oye. Ewo any nation e would no e pa no. O wa bili ake menji no ni pote ba nye ke okeko nekeni fo. Iche ogba e o machine no e. Okay, na get mine me of you. Na kan kenya yen ke won ni she sami no oba kwa ni obi ake menji no ni lehu e ba nye do to ma ke nko anniversary ni ba ya no. Ni Ghana International School ichencho ni jochi ibaba ne. No kan yen producer keji on ni she no eke onwani ready. Inu boni is ready. E would have an agba e machine no e.
Okay, go wole men.
O fa na manage no ni obanyo ke okeko ni ji 70th anniversary ni Ghana International School be ba ye.
Yeah. Good morning, Amofiamo. Good morning to you, the Meniko of
mele okay. Obaya one year be echencho okay wale namo ba okay anti Naomi mbeba you can call ENT sani. Yo no e want you mu wakani fe mo bana. Praise accommodation no koni wani wo mincho wabo ewe mo bi. Nakan. Kenye incho yen wi ake ngmene gbine be NPP ku many yen ake ambada moshini afon shiki aha me na mako ame nomination forms ke ekukume wache brana champion producer Romo PJ ko ko wache brana champion yen na kano niji wache Dr. Mahamudu Baomia lewe fata heko wache educhum ke me krokume yemini amehu ameyako amefon ewo wa follow to mboni wokuba somo onye kaji no fe no ni babo temni obani nyanini ashero na kan ke anye wache asiedu nkitia lehu iba wiwe moko kenko galamse ni ji illegal mining won susu akenko coalition se fe ka gbon media bi me krokome ni yo mi CSO ske krokome na susu akeke ba hie je ni ke ba hie po wache John Dramani Mahama be mi nyenye mba nye keke nye bape galamse pro ni se fe about declare state of emergency shi ekola nyem experts ke me krokome ni yo mi nyele no ni na keni na baku ni mowe wacha asiedu nketia eba gla sajin komamle e anu onu nshia keji ya declare state of emergency ke na gbaba shi mowe ADC ye a bigger plan ni abanya kekwe ni akesa illegal mining ne na already mi giant promos about 400 and nokoko water guards ke krokume military bami ni bi baba o bami e wo miniji na kan the bigger plan ne neche miniji na kan the bigger plan ne no nye jele to koni wo ya jowo ni neke ko ka ya ke ba ke krokume blomo ke mi sajin semie taflache me wala ya me ke krokume mi no nye ke shwe pan no ni wo institute kono wo kwa kashi na ke solutions ne ba nye esa ne ke liga mining ne na si mo dare ka te se wiemo upon wiemo enough is enough wo so mini ke wiemo baba o ka ji nye the bigger plan nye ba hie ni wo ya wo hie as a country no jaba ba yue ke wiemo pie mi bla mo baba o dan na ya hie producer wo bo wiemo bo na shika mo yo tu ya wo ba
Senanom amse ase once na enihi kura okusani nsem.
Inake producer je na energy wo baba no shimincho wacha sedu nketi ayu ke ko state of emergency ni saka declare ni esa ni ebano no ji no ni mi to obutu eji okay kaji ota onu awon bo netwe wacha John Dramani Mahama lehun etu ni ke play ko ke ha men niji residents ni yo niji abrofre yedru ye adanse ni amli heni crash et no ye wo bonu bi mo to ye wacha aseru nketi ana ohie ne ke nchumo na ese wo wabule to ba ka oba no ni sake wa ko oba
Lampani sebe mejra na nemu na emrantia wo mudi animu eko bepo so eko boaye ema yetimi ede amuno ebae ampani si emeda masi na obiara yewia yewo abodi plaque bi ayaya yɛde bɛma obiara wode kɔto hɔ a kyena ɔma nyina ɔmbɛhu sɛ me papa wei anaa me maame wei wayɛ biribi de aboa ɔman Ghana a ne din wɔ ɔman nkrataa mu woyɛ no firi hɔ a president kuta ne nsɛm 100,000 Ghana cedis ɛyɛ tete sika no 1 billion sɛ yɛmfa ɛmɛda mmeranteɛ no ase akokoduro soronko a wɔn ɛda anadie ɔman ho dɔ soronko a wɔn etimi ka a wɔn ho bɔ mu ɛda anadie no ɔhyɛ ɔdamase paa woyɛ no firi hɔ a nananom kasa no wɔn ka amammerɛ bi a aka a ɛsɛ sɛ yɛ kɔkɔyɛ eti mampanin sɛ ɛno nso yɛbɛto nananom yɛ a wɔn 20,000 Ghana cedis ɛyɛ 200 million.
Nege ni femo ne initiative ne ejinoko ni isaka enye ba no because even kaji wo ba boto ede nche farmers ni ameyo ne ken area na emie ahani amenyisia eja ke president ke e ba so ba lo government ke ba support am with some fund kokata bemli ni aba lift ne ke band ne ye heni michon a barricade ni a declare as a national security zone ke ekukume obaya wo here ichonye wi ake woche asedun ketia yue ke ko illegal mining ke wonye wo stop galamsey shimu am bigger plan so on to only na kan bigger plan o producer obole tu oya ke je no say no konkro ni chase o ko aba ni gbe no.
Tells you how intractable the problem is. You know, when something starts, you can use force to quell it. But when it gains momentum up to a certain point, the same methods that you could have used to quell it in its nascent state are not the same methods that you can use to deal with it when it is blown up the way Galamsey is blown up now. So I'm sure you are not suggesting that nothing is being done about it.
No, something is being
Work
done.
is being done about it. And we hope to be able to find solutions.
We can rely on hope.
I don't subscribe to the declaration of state of emergency as some other people are suggesting. I don't subscribe to that at all, because in your frustration, you can call for certain measures that when we begin implementing, you can live to regret. I'm not sure many people who are calling for a state of emergency have actually lived under a state of emergency before. Because if your intention is to deal with Galamsey and you declare state of emergency means you have suspended the constitution. People can shoot and kill at will. How you guarantee whether those who will be shooting and killing are the ones who are fighting against Galamsey is another matter. So I am urging people to reason with us and bring up more suggestions for us to be able to tackle the menace. I have always maintained that it will be, I'm not sure I will support anybody who thinks that mining must be stopped in this country.
But when you were in opposition in 2024, there was a clarion call for a state of emergency. The organized labor said there should be state of emergency. I don't think NDC officially issued a statement supporting, but I know elements within your party who were supporting the state of emergency because you believe that that was the best way out of the mess. Now you are holding the steer and you don't want to press the button? Is that not double standards?
You have answered the question. You say you are not aware of any statement, official statement from NDC supporting the declaration of state of emergency. But you are aware of elements within the party who supported that call.
Nakai, what I see doing Kitia, General the Secretary, Chairman General, everybody blame. Tell Chunky Keji, I declare again state of emergency. It's lonely Ikbaba because as small ni men suggest I can buy a shoot and kill. Nakan trauma. Ona, it's that one who in she. Anyone who's like a care by him, which about mammy. Koni ubla nye na mekamea wouldn't make illegal mining name. Okay, or for no bien in a get eba. Hello, yeah, Eulue. Scome quack back, man, or one of Jalani Biamli. Okay, extension Ghana International School, maybe I am a 70th anniversary. I can know a Jame. Many Ginibia come over, I don't care. Proud to get program ni Baba no. Okay, I don't want it. October like a call of I don't want it. So international school. Look at the first international school in Ghana. Look at the first international school every Africa thing. I get international school. Like a school, the people that get a pay again. Chacho, before Bagaya, only say I'm a schedule of you. Everybody can go. Ni Jemmy Yawa, Rabbi Wawa. You can book up probably no Colombo. I the girl who I don't know about 4 years ago. That's what became Colombo, Allo Hospital, Colo, I'm the best school. I got a high school. Or school, I'm a tone you are, I'm a tone of piano. Ni a job man says Saba. School, cantonments. That's just school, cantonments. I feel like I catch my school. Was catching a bow. I do because I do want to keep a pen about India be a Jemmy and America be Jemmy. London be I do my difficulties is a Jemmy. In school, making 70 years, BTNA. Okay, just said the same. I'm after use of programs. They are my 70th anniversary name. Ni Hodi Bane in the I'm after silver bed. About the school as unique DB. That be like activities at school. About the BP school. About the assembly. About outdoor Atale now Abu Atale market different school FE. BP about the Masaba. Never question maybe they are no school because I'm checking. Because school is not really go independence. Not go independence. That must school. Not go independence. Now, me this is 5. Katabiane is 25. Oh, I bother work a break down. Kune a break down. Car school a break key. If you been coming before my break key, coming. You come with me attaching again about my break key because they tell that I'm actually through the internet. Hello, virtual. Beni come with I'm actually through virtual. Because they say computer is here. Oh, I mean, I made 70 years. I'm trying to look back. Put on me. You for me, just like women, you are a Messiah, Nijian Quali. What for me, I feel a mess sometimes you are mentioned Sally. Putting man and Quali. What for me, you for me, I'm Nibiago. Monica, meet a great paternity, Mrs. Hello, Dr. Mary Shane. I'm a CEO of the school. It is big idea much better than go, but like I see. You can get them. I'm Tennessee. Double school. I'm somewhere. I'm school. Oh, I'm a school in Obey. The whole Ghana, the whole Africa. They'll give them a one. They'll give them a one. They will also be a living work. Labrador school. She is our few because international schooling. International schooling. Oh, this year I'm 70. What maybe I saw maybe any famous name, Bano. Okay. One I be more will be a fire or maybe I can so maybe any famous name, Bano. Maybe now I can just say September. 1st September. Okay. Kaka 7th September. Oh, 1st September, nothing about activities, nothing. Okay. About Palestine, about school, about clean up. About clean up your other schools, other places, your mom. Now, Behi, Asa, he can be a cabinet place for me. Me, what he did, so out here, school, another Christian, another Muslim. Oh, I'm not saying so for a car. I'm not going to go for the first one. We are about Hebu. You can't want to get Muslim Jimmy, allo, Christian Jimmy. Came back, I walk with the Rasta. Like I actually more time. Get me a school. What the new are. Get me to school in the Igniadiane. One man, hey, I don't have Rasta Jew, Muslim Jew, Christian Jew, I have a fiamo. You can't pass me after from Leebi.
afio aban kasimo o amen kasimo fam kasio wo keje o tetema se amas bilisi ni na ye akra sibade wa so fam ba game so ba ko sini ko na mi ado school mi yo ye ala mi to afio do wan ye mene
yo inche oyi wala don Sammy Haywood keji ajineke ni femo na nshin ake no chi obenke omo ni obajo to nme ke ko activities ni ba ya no ye na kana keji be eshele wen from
international you are international so in grand section school don
over there you radon inche Sammy Haywood radon be Ghana International School I mean ba number ya me 70th anniversary akede no ji the first the oldest school ni your Ghana name she first say aga ni Sammy ajipo eje ke nyawo na yomo ke krokume no folo ni ba botem ni kenje hoken ya ka gbe on the 7th okwa ba somo nye o machine no igbeji ni tetelate shkumeko o kemie ye be fefel she ni wo she wo ba fo wo shira wo ba aka ngbele kwa wo mi mpa fa be fa wo ba fo wo shira ba keji wo ba wo ke wo nyawo nurse kumeko ba na sanigba kenje Mamprobi Hospital. Like that Thursday, say what devote was Thursday care health because of one or two reasons. No, I'm gonna you ENT, kake ENT. One no, she wouldn't chase up or be like many years. When a dog, no work Naomi, Banat Sanik by a the one no one she to walk over here, but Bonnie Saka when you walk around, can be crook my female. Walk out, she or her, she moon walk one for a cuckoo, edgy or bar, or can not play name Banyabello.
AIM Academy is all you need. With our neat, spacious, and serene learning environment, we make sure your child is as good as gold. We also engage in lots of extracurricular activities such as excursion, career day celebrations, games, and so much more. Our canteen also serves the best and nutritional meals with your kids well attended to. And we are ready to enroll your ward from nursery, kindergarten, primary to JHS 1. Admission is currently ongoing. Locate Great AIM Academy on the Mills High Street behind Enterprise Insurance or call us on 0542 426 803. Great AIM Academy. We say passion and excellence.
Hello, lovely viewers. You are all welcome on the program Fingerprints. This program has been designed to help you know how to create your own business, including livestock, farming, banking, selling, and what have you. I bring to you entrepreneurs who have made it, who have the skills and ability to help you know how to create your business. This is where you have the experience to create your own business. I'm your regular host, Neodai Afote Kofi. Catch me live on Mashi TV every Tuesday at 3 to 4 p.m. The program will be repeated to you on Saturdays 8 to 9 p.m. Ghana be the mantiasio mi bi fe ami penye kemba asaga ni fe hunu o ya hen strut ibona fe ni bi ni gba me ana wo ke amane bo aba foma bi anyi ke amla lo ibona fe na amla akọ ni eyi ebuwa ni anya ke sa ni ke chine ni fe o ya e ko me wo ke akutu nkwaro ma fe assembly members na asan gba te o fe lo han ke o ke police fui alo o che me ni me ayabuwa ni onye no ke sana kan ni fe mo
yeah ora don Inka police foi.
Ke wo kwani na agbako ye bi ene. Eke wo sa wo. Eke wo achu.
Je amepe. Popa ujin ke popa bibi anokolo ifia kwa. Na kan le won wo kan majanche bi le won na sanigba.
Na gba yo titriji gogota ni.
Hey ni ekole ni jo ami echichiye. Alo ni jo beje meni saga kwa na chunwe ni. Hey ni ekole ama chunye ni esa. Alo ndi ko meni afe egbe ko manu lehin. Pele mene fe okapa ni pele. O asaga ni fi mu atu ipeja mo kutuba denke. E ba nya bona fi ni o fe be ke ha ne ke ni fi mo ni asaga ni fi mo ba no da gbe pa no ka se me ki ne hu le mi ye o Mashi TV no. Mbe ni o dai Afote Kofi. Meji mo ni yo asaga ni fi mo ni o chan.
shono akwejalam o machine ko wa jo tu ngwa bo mi she shkume ko eni wo she o ba he wale papa na mo bi shi ken clement tu nga mo pleke ha Dr. Ayi ye ni consulting room 2 Mamprobi hospital ke agbene Auntie Deborah bo mi nga bo Leebi ne Leebi ne no ba we ji rhinitis beminchi chi wana keke Auntie blame mellow cra ake weather mi alo season mi ni wo she isake woni wo le conditions season fair season ke boni sake wo hinshi wo ha boni sake wo cra wo ha e wo ngone ye nurse specialist ko ehia namely ni eji specialist ni ji ENT ear nose ka gbene throat nyao Naomi Boatin na kan telebana sanigba ngone ba chon won causes symptoms treatment preventions ke krokumen ka ke rhinitis say many potenji noni keba keboni sake wo cra wo ngena wa po futu ake every painted be painted inya wo e kole ya ansho mi wo wa wi bro for a few ke wo wi chi a few e ke akpa ngene ma le gakomi ke asian ba bo engan wi mu Madam Naomi Boatin, good morning. And welcome to Omashi TV Health show. Let me say, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Nice having you.
Thank you.
Okay, but today, before the end of the program, I would like to give you some remedy that will let you start speaking the Ga fluently, or maybe you start speaking the Ga. I hope you are okay with that.
I'm okay. I'm willing to learn.
Okay, Ojugba. Kankla watch on your be nyawa ke kake rhinitis. What exactly is meant by that? Like no what causes, ke symptoms. Can it be krokumene yo ne ke fataya or ke fataya? And so Madam Naomi Boatin, right now the floor is yours. We want to know what is rhinitis, causes and then symptoms. Going forward, we would also learn from you, or you educate us about the diagnosis and then also the treatment as well. So can you take us through, first of foremost, rhinitis?
Okay, so thank you for the opportunity that has been given to me. So in the first place, I want everybody to understand what we are coming to discuss. So let me dilate it with our local language. So yakase rhinitis na say kata yakase rhinitis about kata and say cold na ye season yimu awa bapa nti ase Ghana ye experience mini winter kakra bi nti ama awoni wom nti ama nipa dodo na ata enya cold and nti na ye ka saa yare hu asem na rhinitis no yare a eka ye hwini mu say ohwini mu ade bi hyem wonam bi ewo ho saa infection no eka no nti eka na ama ohwini mu nyina eso ne nsuo na ama ohwini kwan asi na osimizi na yewo mu mienu yewo ba ko ye friend seasonal rhinitis na say no na ye mbra no na eba efite efa ne say awobre na aba anase say showbra mfuturo wo mu no eno na nkofo dodo na atanya saa seasonal rhinitis no ene wo ba ko efe no allergic rhinitis eno de bia saa nipa no kata ache no che say ono ne de no ade bi an system ne mpe anase the body doesn't like certain things in the environment into anytime or exposing to those allergens na mananya cold.
So it could be dust, it could be perfume.
Yes.
Okay.
It could be cold water. And I said sleeping under maybe chilled environment like air conditioning, smoke. If it be fabric scent, at the palm for no time or reacted to chemicals near the palm a walk into man atari na opan no. It's incredible no na ama onya cold.
Okay, Ojogba keji wombo nyao Naomi Boatin to ebe eto ni efele kuku ope akeka ke rhinitis wo fole chema ke kata alo cold egami obaga ge ngugun enchin komo bono ba fe ni ngugun agbele am shi fese anu onu shi aka mi enyo ni na ke la ne alo ne ke na agba ne it is seasonal be ni ikeba ni ni bi no na edumo na ikeba ekoji no na echi ne ekole taflache isa na oboti omulumli isa no kan air condition sisi bo ke air con no sisi o ba kan ko ke me 16 benje ba chele na bu na rush go ke hospital e be for ni ibabale na kai e wo ma machima ben Kenya we ni bla mi chonwo boni ba fe ni na ke season ni wo yo mi na efe tumo whether efe style ko ona le dusty ona le dusty ona ke fen ye ona ke fen ye boni sa ke wo kra wo he ke ha anti na omi ba chon wo fen shin egble e anu wonu shin no ni ji night se ake in simple terms e di code alo kata ni wona wo ba display pictures ko me e ke wo ke back wo discussion e wo ma le egbe ne ya no keke ya no e ke bo ko na share mo Facebook no yo okay mo e ke o shin o fonje me anti na please you can continue na so betimi atia.
Okay, so ye twaso a na ye hwe ade a edeba na ene no say me kan say ya chem mienu no ye wo season na ye wo allergy no ene ye season ade no e da foforo na ya ba allergy no because of the way our weather na ye no season na ye more than the allergic rhinitis no de ye wo ho nti ene ye ka season na no nti ye ka say seasonal rhinitis a de de ba e abo bi ye fe no rhinovirus rofo ka say me say rhinovirus na sa rhinovirus no it say ni nua panyin ne yare na ba 2020 na na ye fe no coronavirus, that is COVID-19 no a mild form of rhinitis na ye kan wasem no but we need the enye that so much dangerous enti no abo ode ba ye fe no rhinovirus na ye fe bi risk factors omo betumi anya risk factors and I said those people that are prone to this seasonal rhinitis no ebi ye mama mu mpanimfo emofra apemfo, in fact all the categories of humans no but mostly no emofra ne ye mama mu mpanimfo any obi a the immune system ewo form and I said nkwambo a eko fight yarewa ewo form a wona sa wo sa nipa no e na obeta enya sa seasonal rhinitis ya ye kan wasem na ye de kan ho se eba de na be obehu de di kan eba ya nipadua no enam se abo bi ewura wo system ni mu a immune system na ntumi am fight nti no immune system na be weak nti abo na be nya ne ho nti eba ne sa ya de obetumi edi kan ne se ominu be keka o e wa na ominu keka na ominu nyina ya dry udi aduane bi kra enye wo de na afei suddenly bo se wa start say wo sinizi ana say obe wensi ana say ohwinimu nyina be keka o ohwinimu hyehyew na afei ohwinimu start say so na isuo eya mpre bebre no de ewo mu ni say omo tanya fever pa na ma uti ya wo ya nti a dodo na dwen say malaria ana say 3D na aye sa nipa no nanso da bi eya na enye ni nyina na ye 3D rhinitis enso tumi ma malaria symptoms nti emfa mrika nko pharmacy enkoto malaria drug without checking the malaria to see say when your malaria parasite ni bi ebi ana ye pepu na rhinitis na ma symptoms no sa wota no no sa malaria drug na de bia na ye fe bibi resistance na body na be build resistance ada benya malaria no okoto edro na emfa if you say rhinitis na ma symptoms aka woni padua nti ebe ma honam nyina ayo memremre ti pai wo ho ayehye na afa aduane bi anya ode na ohini mu kwan nyina si eto de bi kura bi wo ha ehso waso efi say ye ho ye friend ear nose and throat omo ti say entansa ana say triplet nti bibi ka wo hwene a etumi ka waso etumi ka wo minim ekwan fa wo hwene mu ko waso nti mpredodo na wo hwene mu kwan esi na blow nsuo bebre no na aka waso nti ebi mu ba obonse na sonso ye ne ya kata na de asonyare na amount etumi kra ka o minimum kwan nyina na wo ja ye fa bibi sore throat na ma fe obo wakra na moja kakra ewo ni na ya rhinitis no ene de ba that is the symptoms.
Okay menele na guarantee say gbele secret baba o na echon because be pio ye lo na ke o semi efektomo egbi ko wolo o semi shamo style ko kani bi krokume o popo o feel like malaria e ko shafote o to aye chufa asma fe won gbe wo yi na ke rhinitis ni ji seasonal rhinitis ne no ji no ni ji problem ne fe otomo na ni fe yebu ke krokume ke ya ke ba fe antina wo ne de mi ni u bet kasa no na misumisia saa te se seneti nti chese enye yare bia na ube pre hu ti se miti ye mi ya no uko hospital uko pe emergency do be an para na bibi now they are so ano.
The chairman say uti ya wo ya say yen the general question no by yen side ni yen nti say uti ya wo ya na wanya cold a and people who and dream say malaria dodo na dream say nti ya na poso adwodwo no na hwini mu so na nsuo ne ho nyina ya hyehye na num kra anya ne da na dwen nyina ne say malaria na ache no but ebi wo ha ya na ebi wo ha nye malaria nti bomodi ya say anka wo be check ansa ebi say kata na ye ka ho asem ana say rhinitis no e mouth that symptoms ne pepepe na enye malaria na ache but kata no e na ama those symptoms.
Oh, okay so madam sometimes no ube say obi na so nsuo eno so rhinitis ni bia
na ebi some parts of ear infection no na free rhinitis no so that me can say kwan fire ya hwini mu ekoya so nti ayati say window so when say sometimes say onya cold na say o ka say wo blow hwini ana say o hwim afri o hwim nsuo afri o hwini ma o bon say wasumwa yo dudu kakra kakra na say wasunu abie kwan na da ya hwini mu etu ya sunu no but for say your friend no station tube nti eno na mbowa no infection ne koso a na mbowa na fasa kwan nim na akwa na akokose infection nti bi wo ha na amanipa na so no ba nsuo enye rhinitis kwa na amanipa so ba nsuo ye woni ma bebre ayenka ho asem but rhinitis nso tumi ma onipa aso ba nsuo titiru ye mmofra
okay my experiences are we no ma ho say mmofra bebre wo ha sometimes they cutting wool ashoma so and the baby can say masunya sometimes you feel say maybe or the baby article na so but e bia na akoye rhinovirus we na causes a problems. Okay producer roll more pictures come koni antines wa to bla ni bi kuma me kaja no say obakwe ake nakai obakwa ke how does the rhinitis affect the quality of life ka the consequences ni yose nti antina o mpacho pictures we betumi dia around true na yen hwese na e da ho no
nti say de ye hu no o say nipa no hwini mu na e ba nsuo no nti saa esuo na e ba bebre obi wo ha 2 minutes bia na ne hwini sone nti e ma okọ nipa mu kra na onye very comfortable nti won say nipa no hwini mu na e sone nsuo no ye fe no running nose nti ne hwe ba ko no so a on say mucus in the paranasal drip we say amama be free wo minim on says a free wo minim e bi wa how free wo minim na de ko wo minim na san e na esa na ama uti say dem can say tipaye no because infection na ba tokro wa nipa ye nim ye mama so tokro bi da ho e ma ye nim ye lighter but emwa want to me ko na akoko say pressure na e ma o headache nti obi wo ma ni ti fa na ta pai no e bi wo so na ama niti ni nyina niti dua ni nyina na epai no nti eno na ya na nipa dodo na dwen se kata na aye kan say malaria na aye sa nipa but the bi na rhinitis na na wo hwe last one na was dark underlying circles ya na eno na ye omo tanya allergies no obo so hu nipa na nim kra otumu so allergies na ni ase no bo sa yetum so ye kokko so ye tuntum o obehu say dark circles no I call around when in ase one of the signs e shows any pan or either allergies.
Okay producer I share komeko romo no ni wokwe eke wona ke won kase ni ojugba Leebi Ŋulami da bi na fatai insendibo pictures tuku ene be mi ekomeko ina ke ni ne mena saka woni wokase ni eja ke o mashi niji iwale papa na mo we are here to educate on behalf of health alo makake iwale papa namo nakai no ke fono no ke no afono a o fa na ke no afono a oni anti na wa blam ni a madam what of this one too?
Okay so we no so
is it different from the other one?
A bit similar but okay. I say ye nya ne dodo na symptoms no na no ye kakra bi
okay.
But say ye hwe picture na papa no enim no ye yi sa efa na we no ye allergies on say wo hwe nanim wo picture nim kwa otum say nani anje efi say sa symptoms no ɛkɔ ne hwinimu ɛkɔ ne minimu etumi ka wani na wani kekaw na o minimu kekaw nti ebi wa dodo na bi wa na okwan ne minimu kwa ni nyinaa yɛ we so nyinaa yɛ allergy symptoms nti sɛ wo hwɛ nipa n'ani a nse na ni nyinaa yɛ pɔ na wo hwɛ obi so a ne minimu nse me ka sɛ ɛsɔ o minimu nti ɛno na asɔ ne minimu wɔ ɛhɔ no ɛna wo hwɛ aseɛ nso a wo sɛ me sɛ etumi ka waso nti na so no nso nsa affect nipa na so ya pa nti mpe bebre no dodo na aso yare ɛka ne sa ontumi nda ti ahomachi bo nsa o ma ba clinic na mo ba beje ayare hye ɛna wo hwɛ nipa na obi aba na num na sa affect ne minimu nti ontumi ndidi nti etumi generally affect quality of life ebi okwa owo edwuma mu agi se wo je excuse to rest because ebi ma wo nya active so this way pictures we nyina e kire yen say sa we nyina to make cancer and pedua na say any part of the body
okay nti no when it affects the quality of life no when there are consequences na you for untreated rhinitis no bon say obi asun obi
maybe affect when na affect minimum affect uti na ma uti pile na do na dwen say bia na malaria na chi na say different infection rhinitis na to me the side no eba na me person ka me kan about say ba e wo fia de na betumi aya so ano if say that me kan say enye all that dangerous but say ekoso abe na otwe mienu miensa enan that is 4 weeks na say still na kata na da so chill dia ene say utumrika na wo ba apomde aso ENT baby ENT wo bia wo ba omo beboa wo e wo ho na efie no say sha ase sa say ya wonu nsuo bebre na oye obi a wonta ampe fruits Ghana nipa dodo na ye nta ampe fruits ebi say fruit boy din na so at least we did there say kakra kom because ni nyina ka ho na beboa o ma o immune system na build it and after another thing stress say eba na say wo stressy activities won that because eba na say wo da ndro bi wo ha ye ba na ye de mamo a ye de mani pa na ye fa bi sedating antihistamine na say wo no ma etumi ma wo da say na be ya wo system no be restart on its own a eba boa ma kata na achi na be kontem nti obi wo ha achi na be 3 days 5 days na ne de na ekọ ebi nso de ntumi nkọ na say wo de no immune system no at stake ena ebi eba ne sanso e ma say wo ma ya kwa ho ne die ekosoro se kata ne chi wa ya na mpre bebre no hwini mu so ne nipa dodo na fa handkerchief ana say towel titu mema no bo say duster emboa kra no ma ne che nti say wo use tissue nti say wo de twe wendro na wato atwene na wa wo nsa on say me see ni nua te say covid no covid no ba na ye ka say yen wo hye yen sa bebre nti eno so wo be wo hye nsa especially kata na chiw ukoni pem na utumi hye nose mask no so anka be boa o ni nyina sa we nya wo ye ni nyina na boa makata na kontem nti achiwa we di by 5 days na ekọ ba wo de ne de wa ma honi di anko soro ama wa enko ntem wo de kakra na onsa ne na mo hwena no kakra na onsa hyehyɛ wo hwini mu wo ye bibia wo horo onsa eno de enko
okay madam one mom education pa enu anwumre me sister bakuba ni ye kokopa or you say so me I was thinking say sometimes ingredients you say mad you are allergic to many spices ni anyama I thought say it could be the cause but what mama ati bibiasi because we say osanso nya flu na wo kano until which is also on call hospital no ko hwe neni rhinitis no okay Matthias but in any case no can we relate this condition to asthma?
The atene say asthma so wo obi wo ha o asthma osanso tanya sa allergies ni want to me related to asthma name asthma wo ho asthma no eno so wo ne other allergens etumi arrive and I say peja asthma ni mu and e wo allergic rhinitis no so nti ensunsun ye dem it won't me related to asthma if you say asthma na de ka o minimum a eye ho na e wo minimum no e na AC wo minimum ohume kwan nti na e ma wadru e be ma no akofom ba we ni de e ka o minimum straight e na e ma o kata e na e ka o minimum ne wasum nyina
nti ba na me be cause because me do Facebook question you see And what are the treatment options for rhinitis, including medication and lifestyle changes?
Okay, so I don't know, say, a question now. I don't know, say, the can say, seasonal rhinitis, dear. Say, the can say, and pranum, I say, you say, chiwa, obenus, your baby, with the fruits. Now, Bema, who need ye, if you say, and no season, and I said, chiwa. Wow, won't come one and yamedia mono, ebwa fighting man. Na say, CD more than 2 weeks, dear. Let us say, one one I emre, into so banyama or draw a best support to ma and also a quantum. Na say, a season, allergic rhinitis and a chiwa. Allergy, the American Nipane say, but what dear say, over share at the crab, a tama when katano. Now avoid it. Until there's a saying, say, avoid your allergens. Okay. Avoid them.
Okay.
Once you avoid the allergens, you will not even get cold.
My say, and to say, maybe when him say spray and how and I say, oh, dust more and then it causes we now you avoid those kind of places and I say those kind of nyamana ema wonya.
Sir, pepe.
Okay.
It is we will be dust ne hawa. Who dust more and I say, oh, na baby dust. Wait me and nose mask. Say, who use perfume? Perfume no baby. If you are not particular one, do you see? And when we say, the abema who say, wait there, a warrior at and say, a band is able to say, suddenly now a sumo cow. Now minimum cow. Now what's that? Say, who's in is it? I am a new beer. I want to pay bien my baby histamine. Emoja anymore. Every release say fight say allergies now body name pen. Nti eba ne say na woni pedua na ma signal say saade we eni say komi mu. Nti eba ma signal ba wo be sinizi wasun be keka minimum be keka. Nti say wo saade ne pe wo avoid this irritants no. Anya say ekoso a afa be ma okata.
Okay. Well, in this case, as I can body and share, realize who you are. So no low only bomocho only bomoni. Why wale papa namo ejara wa kola shimu efemo wa it's no have it. Madam, question biswaba I'll see, do you have something a word called immunotherapy in your system? I'll see how can immunotherapy help manage allergic okay say you can allergic rhinitis nti the end to me enkoso
by me answer
mpacho any kwanda
okay nti the opposite or trend say ye will be a friend immunotherapy na eno no oba apomde obi o ha ne allergy no ano ye den pa ebi dey mild ebi a 1 or 2 allergens be no reactive obi o ha ne allergies be 5 and even more than 5 this ane pa no ba etumi ma wo koye test if it be allergic test nti allergic test no yo mo ya e betumi detect say you are allergic to this until if you are able to find those things ebeboa ema wo life o quality of life no ebe complete and afei so uba anase say uba pomodin aso e ho a ye advice you the very important immune system so we obi a wo allergies bebre a immune system no and say boost no say ne be ya allergies ne ba o dey shi na che say push no ema wo nya kata no enko akire ebi say ye won sunsun so bone ema sa allergy na ye kan wansem na ye be kan sisi e wo sunsun so bone pa e kan ye
okay ina ga ti na say hello na ga eno lu tumo nshi wa na ga ni bi baba oji no ni keneke na agba na eba iwo oba ko eko ni won shi ojugba ni she only local producer can number sa show no one way the other ekule moko ehia ni le hu ye problem ko allo eta we bi question allo no ko one your 0274324331 if you want 7 minutes ko work for no ko ni wokwani wonye wokwe bono ma feel until now person be say how can you manage rhinitis with other your friend is health conditions like everyone is how to manage rhinitis in conjunction with other health related issues ube anything
okay until you say rhinitis no actually I said I can say a mild form na say even for any condition bia wo system no say dem kire mo say obanum nsuo wadidie mu ni nyina aboa ma code na ekontem na say wo condition bi to say bia hypertension diabetes systemic conditions na etumi so ma condition no so pagya ne mu nti eno sa no se wo se apagya ne mu a oba esa oba apomde aso na ye boa na yetumi manage that condition no together with the rhinitis because e bia eno na ama sa other systemic condition no so apagya
okay
se oba hospital
eno de ehia pa se oba se eno de ni bo nhye da nya din because among for bebre emefa ni say yare bi ti say cholera ni some yare nkiti no ukọ a yenji sika ba among for susu say ebi okọ a ebeji ni kantin na why stigma onko utifie na wuwu na so ebi asa yare yenji skanti pese mi bi say wantines ENT ubi sa we na oba muso ni musen ana say wo say kakra wo kutuko nim
insurance no efabi
health insurance
no insurance no nko ana eye adwuma e active dia oba efabi na kakra bi so ebi o ha obetua bibi kakra nya bibi bebre efi say wo hwe utina fie say dem kan say na ade no ehawo na ekọ akire a ebi a obeba no de obetua na ebebro so asen say de eye wo premprim no
okay na kai antine say jawo to enmesa ehawo gbajia no komani gbalo make gbeno komani wa cho no wani wo ke kura wo e ke carbohydrate dan san onunu no nyo shamo ke krokome oye fruit adra breje mebo ye akutu international last day poni ye akwadu shi akoshi elembo omodin wa shi ake won kase research ke krokome ya no oba an obi antines ake aso current research ni in yano when it comes to rhinitis going forward do we have any current strategy to prevent this rhinitis per research?
Yes.
Okay,
so the first thing that you have to do is personal hygiene. Like I said in the initial stage, you have to wash your hands before even in a gathering, eating fruit that is diet. Udi driaba can say especially citrus fruits na obenu munsuo bebre they talk to be rest ye ka say rest na enye say me ka say de bia obeda na mum the normal hours anyame de amaye no obi wo ha a day oda 24 hours oda be 4 hours pe e say yes ape ebe ma wo system no ana immune system no akofom na de talk to be say echiwa say echiwo na ekwa animu a ese say obomoden na wo ba because say oba ntem an ebehu ni aso ano ama ade no ejai na say wa amba ntem dia ene ebehawo
because when anything that becomes chronic no ya na ni treatment na edin
and na ye wo complication bi ye fe bi sinusitis omo a oya omotanya ida say seasonal allergic rhinitis seasonal rhinitis and I say allergic rhinitis no say wo hu che na ehye ho de bia ohini mo bansuo ekọ kakra na san aba obi wo ha be 1 month no otuminya kata sa be 6 times ansa na bosume na so say allergies na etwaso san pe se oba e na say wo hu che 1 week obi wa code nso ache na enkokra ne minimum bansuo afa ababa hindro color bi ti say condensed milk ebi wo kokra pampan wo ebi kura de yi brownish discharge and I say even bloody ebi eba moja owensia hindro bi free ne minimum ba moja wo enso yi nani wo yes ape na say wo ye nya yare bi friend is sinusitis yes etirim kuro yes ekuro about tirim ncha fe o kasa woni pem ko na pampan ejina mu obi dwin say ya na ye mesin na ondi nini ne mo ya na enya wo se obi wa ne se fita na so kasa pampan bebre ewo na ama fe ama chronic headache yes chronic headache no enko enya even painkiller kra onum painkiller woda o bebre na say chronic headache ne da so ho a enko.
Okay. Mpacho, madam, can you take us through these pictures, this illustration?
Say, the American say a friend is sign. Oh, say one unya code in the night. I'll be your sinusitis. No, it is our papa anymore. Nipa yenim tokro edam. Nti yare mama so a. Sa tokro no na indicate no. ɛna yɛ ni ase nti yɛ pɛ bibi frontal sinus ɛna yɛ wɔ ethmoidal sinus ati sɛ no na ɛwɔ wɔ ni ase no ɛna yɛ wɔ deɛ ɛwɔ yɛ afunu mu a yɛ fɛ no maxillary sinus baako nso wɔ yɛ minimum sɛ mpɛ bebree ni sɛ yɛ nya cold a na sɛ wɔn pɛ sɛ nsuo na efiri yɛ hwimu ne ba na wotumi twi kɔ wɔn mu wotumi twi firi wɔn hwimu wo sɛ wura wɔn minimum saa tokuro no nso yɛ fɛ no sphenoid nti saa ntokuro wɔ nyina sɛ kata no kyew kyɛ na wamba ma yɛ anhwɛ wo na ɛwɔ hɔ a bacteria anaasɛ sɛ germs a ɔmo cause this infection etumi kɔtena hɔ edidi honam ne mu na afei ma oti pae nti sɛ oti taa pae wo na sɛ wo hwɛ na sɛ enye BP na wo check wo BP wo pressure ne wo form kama na so still na oti pae wa ɛsɛ wo bɔ modin na wo ba because ebi ana sinusitis me say a complicated form of rhinitis no na achew nti sinusitis enunti na ama ye gina so na ya bo hu dewura fa rhinitis se na be ya obehu na obo ho ban se na be onkonya sa sinusitis because anya sa obe end up going to do surgery se eche wo ho sa atiri kuro na ye complicated form of rhinitis se eche e ma utumi wa ha obekwa for surgery na fa o lifestyle na to me affect your quality of life to me enso to me ekunipa se wa ya nhwe ya anya amana anya ntema to me ku enti no se obebo ho ban na enkoduru sa level of sinusitis ni se o ti fie so na se bia wo sa symptoms ya make say rhinitis na che wo ho enti ma utipa eta pa utitiri uti half obi wo ha ne mama so temporal bone and I say o mama so ti fan say e be dwa gege
so en na friend migraine and anya no
no migraine no wo ho de but sinus headache no so eno so wo ho enti no say say oba na ye hwehwem say anya sinus e bi wo ha oba e be twa wo x-ray na ya hwe x-ray need to show sinuses no baby a ho aye infection aka e bi ho nso a said the infection na kodru e bi mu de na ye fe bi chronic ebi dey aye chronic to the extent say this say ebi kwa ye be your surgery nti ya no nti na ya na ye mpese e be kwa koduru sa surgery because ye betumi aso anu easily sa me ye na ma ye no e na de be ko but ya na enye sikasem mpo
okay na kan we mo le na ke fe self explanatory she akene ya we twi o no shishi na gbabe kla keje okwa diagrams ke krokomani wo illustrate TV no body enche obanye o na ke nekeke jino ni gbana shi anti na o wie no ko nkono kokome yam no ni ba mabile keje no e ba ha wo ngawo e ke wokeba end of the program anti na omi ukasa no na ye display mitri no misu fache mi o misu mi ye no kakaka I see every paint u bo word bi u see sphenoid and I mean him say bibia ekoye mu a system ne mpe no or the back out. It is sad in the air sometimes. Someone say a banner san chianco, a moon biome, a banner san chianco, say no, and no, me boss no. Aha. And no, yet chinko, instead of say I was saying bouts. As a system named Pennington. At the end, Susan and Bebre say, you're touching a banner say, because me town humpa. About I was saying banner, what? Aha, but Susan Miniji na banner
oh. It's so be animal. Every say a hono, a tokura, a fat, your minimum, a pier or your minimum. Yami no sa, and see a hot as a winner catar, and I say, what you call more. And maybe or how only on to me trim MP in front of him. Into a tree fan in the minimum, or to me free the minimum PA abonting. But they find say a woman. And say another way of bringing out the sputums, not from the nose, but from the mouth. Sometimes if you are or nipem, they be a baby or fairy say be a or betria fa, Nehunimu, and no to me, a trifa utrimuna abana where you actually.
Okay. But yes, we hear na sasa potumbium. Yes, from front point to fire. Not the double no lead. Now, I think now our discussion is coming to an end. So, any advice for everybody watching Omashi TV, especially this very health program?
Okay, so the American in a general. And to say, oh, Fiena, Ebiana, o kata na che wo ho entumi enkwa ese wo ba accommodation so ENT clinic se nya ye ho mpo a na bia wo kwa ENT wo ho a omo behwe aboa wo na whether ya ye wo mi friend I say you experiencing mini winter awo mpa nti ama kata na pagya ne mu papa nti mpre bebre ni se ye pia eya ye sha atare e be kata ye kon mu yie na afa ye be no nsuo bebre eya me ma ye ndware nsuo a emu ye nwunu bebre because we nyina na tumi twetwe ma wonya kata no na afa be di yie obedi more fruits na e be se enya enough rest me ma ye stress
okay
because e wo stress bebre a no so tumi e ma wo koje kata no na be me kan twa to so ni se ye ko nimpa mu bebre a ye mbɔ modern say ye ba ye be wash ye nsa ho sanitizer it say bia obekɔ wedding funerals oba pe bɔ modern say obehoro nsa ho eno be boa mo prevent because bia na dodo na wo bi wo chia wo no wo de abafie oba ba chi wo busua but say wotumi e ma wo nsa ho hohoro eye frequent wo brabo mu a e be boa wa e ma wo nya sa Ranite say ye ka ho asem na so say wanya bia enka echire say ekwa anim na enko ya wo ba ya pomodi a ye beboa wo
na kan pepe eja ina ga ngene nurse specialist niji Madam Naomi Boatin Mrs. Ikamie chunuchumo fefe no ni mo chu fe ewie am shi first say okay sake woni wo ko wo no jugba koni wona hiwale papa ake good health ehimfishika wa denche ni oliakeke ube wale ejarawa wona wi akebe pie cleanliness is next to godliness fale femo ehiwa denche ni ayebu trouble denche kotishin obasa okupa no ke hekrukume ke wo share Facebook na ke Sarah amake great discussion. Auntiness has really educated us. We have kids in the house who suffer from this very condition. God bless you, Madam Naomi. Kenya ye inage ani lenwe bang maike good education by all standard. Our health workers are doing very well. Auntiness, thank you. Okay, all right. Okay. Ewanya iwala don mene oba yue tue Google micho imesani. Sije no potenji no ni watako specialist ni ENT. No ni wa wi mene potenji kata aluma ke code ni wa for le chomo ake kata ke kukume. Beno ni chonke ba. Ekesani oye fruit onunu. Ona o feel environment fine clean. O observe be ko ne we COVID-19 ake oba 4 day. In papa ko kesa ne ke antantizer and papa nyo che sanitizer antantizer bude nche tomo antantizer ko na no spray no feel fefel ko na no mask ya fefel ko na gene ke hilane ke je ko itwabo ojo e olibonu obacho o fe onibio hangbeji ni tetelate wona ywe mo san fefel ke dro mo afi wono next week e ko wa ba ywe allergic side of miji rhinitis ne mena wa ywe seasonal next week le won be kroko na ke ya ka ye aye fe na kan edidi diet and the preko wo ye wo shin ko next week e wo wa channel ngbeji ni tetelate school me ko nke next specialist ke ENT ni Ejeman Probi Hospital Mrs. Naomi Boatin Jimoni na sanigba kaji nyanu wo idon wo ke be krokro le ho apeyo wo kanya yise
Shi TV ajatu enme kemenche